The guys behind the From Corner to Corner podcast are diving deep into Montgomery County High School sports with the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner. Join us as we talk local high school athletics with your local coaches. Whether you're a student athlete or a screaming fan, this is the place to turn to get the inside scoop before the next big game. And now it's time for the show with Sean Kiper, Neil Payne, Adam Muncy, and Wes Crouch.
And we're live from the Community Trust Bank studio on North Maysville. This is the From Corner to Corner Coaches Corner, presented by Community Trust Bank.
Your friends in banking.
Member FDIC.
Thanks for joining us live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Before we get started, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for making all this happen. Community Trust Bank, Kimsoft, sponsor of our Athlete of the Week. Tutu Sweet Treats, sponsor of our Dog of the Week. CRC Renovations, Kentucky Realty Group, Jacobs Auto Body.
Don't forget that.
And Brett Weehunt's Kentucky Farm Bureau in Frenchburg, sponsor of our Athlete of the Month in Menifee County. While you're watching, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you share this out to all of your friends. Tonight, joining us is Mark Collier, Bath County girls basketball coach.
Yeah. We told you he was messing up. He was so close.
Keep going. We just keep rolling. We're live.
And
we're live, pal.
And
is this the part we walk out?
Yeah.
Seniors Ashtyn Barrett and Kaylee Crouch. Thank you all.
Only one gaff there. That's okay.
Hey, I'm getting better, right? After 3 years.
After 3 years,
you almost made it.
You almost. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
So, Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys so much for having us. I heard a lot of great things, and we're super excited to be here.
Well, we're super excited to have you. Glad you all could come. I wouldn't believe many of the great things you've heard, but hopefully some of those stick. So let's just start right off the bat talking about the season. How's it gone so far?
Season's actually went really well for us. We're 13-9 right now. We played a pretty tough schedule so far, and 13-9 according to Bath County history is one of the better years. We're not a juggernaut like Clark County and your typical Montgomery counties, but we have put in the work since I've been there the last 6 years. And these young ladies that I brought with me have been there with me since 7th graders. And we've been able to establish a culture, create a standard that we're trying to live up to each and every day. And I think we're finally starting to see the fruits of our labor. I'm really proud of this team.
So you play in the 61st district?
Yes, sir.
So it's you, Menifee,
Round
and Fleming.
Yes.
Okay. So what does the district look like?
This year, the district is as even as it's ever been. The last several years, Round County has had Haven Ford.
She was pretty good. She was okay. She was all right.
Okay. Haven Ford is not a well-liked name around the Bath County gym, but just that's respect to her. It is what it is. But this year, I really don't think seeding matters in our district. I think anybody can beat anybody on any given day. We set at 4-2 right now. Fleming County's 4-1, Rounds 2-3, and Menifee's 1-5. So we're waiting on the last game of Round County and Fleming County to play. If Round wins, we'll go to a coin toss with Fleming for the 1 seed. If not, we'll be the 2 seed and play Round County. But good thing is we've competed. We beat every team in the district this year. Our girls have confidence about themselves and a belief, and that really says a lot about our 2 senior leaders and what they brought to the team. Just the leadership aspect of it and say, hey, guys, this is our year. Nothing's getting in our way. Let's finish strong. No regrets.
Okay.
So, Ashtyn, we'll start with you because your resume kind of speaks for itself. Anybody around, I know Bath County doesn't get a lot of coverage, but anybody in the 16th knows who Ashtyn Barrett is. And you've put in the work. You want to talk about your Miss Basketball nomination?
I mean, it would be a great honor to get that. In the 16th region, there is some top dogs. Audrey Biggs, Shaylin Steele, Jasmine Jordan's up there too. So for that nomination, I'm competing against some really good players. But yeah, it would be incredible to get that. I have put in the work, and I'm probably one of the most underrated players in the 16th region, in my opinion. But yeah.
I mean, not just your opinion, 2,300 points.
And Adam was going over your stats. 2,300 points and 11,000
11,000 rebounds.
I mean, you're setting like records with 11,000 rebounds. So,
and she has a chance to be our all-time school scoring leader. She's already the girls' side, but she has a chance to break Zach Otis's boys' record. So the all-time, it's an outside shot, but there's a chance for that to happen.
I mean, we're only about 200-ish points away,
roughly.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
So, I mean, 2,300 points in your career, you could go off.
I mean, and even at this point, even if you don't get the 16th region nomination, that's nothing to hang your head about.
No,
with your career, there's little girls that's probably came to your games in the stands, and they go home in the driveway, and they're like, I want to be the next Ashtyn Barrett. Yeah. And they're pretending to hit shots. Ashtyn Barrett for the win. They're not Kobe, they're Ashtyn.
Right. Shooting the paper ball into the
trash can. Ashtyn!
Well, I think I'm gonna start doing that.
And Coach, you made the mention there a while ago. Your two seniors. When we was looking over the roster before you guys got here, I mean, they're it, right? Everybody else is 7th, 8th, sophomores, freshmen. You're a very, very young team, other than your two seniors here.
I mean, this is going to sound silly, but since I've been there, I feel like we are young every year. My first year, we had 3 seniors, 3 great seniors, leaders. Then it was a little different when I came in. It's a different approach from what they've had in the past. So we lost some middle-classmen. It is what it is. It happens.
Yeah, culture change.
Wish them all the best,
Yep.
So then my second year, I guarantee we were the youngest team in the state. We had 1 senior, no middle-classmen, freshmen and below. And then you graduate that senior, then we're sophomores and below, no upperclassmen. So we've been doing this ever since I've been there. And these 2 young ladies, it was their 7th grade year when I came along, and they had a class of probably about 6 or 7 people. And they stuck it out, and so thankful they did. I mean, it's senior night next week is definitely going to be hard for me. It really is. But
well, that was going to be my question: was how many was in that 7th grade class? My basketball days ended when I was a freshman in high school because I just was not very good. But the coach kept 24 players on our freshman basketball team. I was number 23 out of 24. He tried to put me in one game with 13 seconds to go in the game, and I was like, no, sir, I'm not going to. That's kind of embarrassing. But out of that number that he kept, I think maybe only 4 finished out the senior year. So, I mean, that is pretty common. But I think that's a testament to you guys that, you were willing to put in the work, and obviously you believe in your coach. So why don't you all speak on playing for Coach Collier over the last 6 years.
And you have to preface that by, this is a circle of trust. Nothing's going to be held against you when you leave here. Right. Everything's golden.
Right.
And they've earned that right as seniors. The
thousands of people that are watching don't pay any attention to it either. Right. So.
Kaylee, start with you.
I mean, it was definitely a change. Me coming in my 7th grade year scared to death.
Yeah.
And he scared me to death. But, I've learned so much than the past 6 years, and I wouldn't ever take that back. I think it's been a really good 6 years, and I've learned so much, really.
Yeah, he's impacted our lives so much more than in basketball. The way he's coached us has not just helped us improve in our basketball game, but life in general. It's been hard playing for him, but I wouldn't change it for anything because he has made us just really good young women and basketball players.
So Coach, just by their answers in the little 30-second blurb they just gave, sounds like accountability is big in your program. Would you say?
It's very big, and you have to have that. When I played here in Montgomery County, we were successful. There wasn't ever a thought of you're not making it to the regions, and we're trying to win the region. We fell short my junior year to Mason County and Chris Lofton by 4 points.
He was okay.
He was okay.
He was decent. Yeah, he was decent. Still not a fan of him in the Tennessee Vols, but he was decent.
Well, Wes is a fan of him in the Tennessee
Wesley
Vols.
Crouch loves the Tennessee Volunteers.
There was a reason me and Croucher never got along, I think. No, just totally joking on that. Totally joking on that.
He's not really joking, Wes.
But it's and then my previous 10, I spent 4 years as an assistant at GRC on the girls' side with Coach Robbie Grant. Learned a lot from him. And obviously, there's a difference between Winchester, Kentucky, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, and Owensville, Kentucky. But you can still bring the same standards and principles there. And coming from winning programs, like, I know what it takes to win. Are you guys willing to do it? And I told them if it was easy, guys, we'd have volleyball numbers. No offense to volleyball, but 40, 50 kids out.
Oh, you're preaching now.
I mean, and I know volleyball's big over here, but in some other areas it's not. But you have like 35, 40 kids out, and everybody's like, why can't you have those numbers? I'm like, it's a different game. You only can put 5 out there, and our practices are not easy.
Yeah.
And I'm not easy, but at the same time, we're not coming out here just to play 30 games, 1 game in the district, and go home. Like, we have to up these standards and expect more of ourselves. And we haven't reached that goal yet, but it's not for a lack of trying. And the fact that these 2 young ladies are 2 out of 6 or 7 in their class that started, who won their middle school conference titles, a lot changes throughout your, as you grow up and mature. But just these 2 sticking it out and having the chance we do this year, it's just going to be even more special if we can reach the region and cut those nets down. And I'm more excited for them than anything.
And, being a smaller school, you have to work harder, right? It doesn't, you don't have, all of the population to choose from hundreds of different kids to play. You've got your small group that's going to play. You have to maximize that. So you have to work harder. You have to practice harder. You have to play harder in order to just compete on those bigger scales.
And, I mean, when we try to play Russell, Ashland, I mean, they're really good up there. But again, you have 3 or 4 schools in one area that people are, we're one school in a small town. We are 40 kids above being an all-A school. We're not even in the all-A anymore. We're too big for that, but they want us in a 2A. But, it's just crazy how they do things. But the fact that these young ladies have set the standard as seniors, and we are starting – and over the tenure of these 6 years, we've earned respect. We're competing in games. People aren't looking at Bath County like, oh man, that's a win, let's go on. Like, they're actually having to prepare scouting reports for us. And that says a lot about the young ladies. Now, I never take credit for that because I can sit there and preach till the cows come home. But if they don't put the work in, then it doesn't matter. And like I said, 2 really great leaders. And they give the younger ones, they don't have a chance not to follow. Does that make sense?
It does. Yep. So you were talking about senior night. So this is, when you think about coaching, it's your first group that goes through. Well, and people think freshmen. Well, this is your first group that has been with you from the beginning all the way through. So why don't you speak on that? I mean, you touched on earlier that senior night's going to be difficult. It's next week. Why don't you speak on that?
Girls, do we need to get the tissues before he starts?
No, we're good. Because I would never give them that. I don't want them to have that over on me. Last year we had 3 seniors graduate, and they were freshmen, 8th graders when I came in, so they were with me 5. But it's just different. This is 6 years of how many over 100 and some practices a year, 30 plus games a year. Summer ball, off-season workouts, literal blood, sweat, and tears. And, Mia Hamm, do you remember Mia Hamm, the soccer player?
Of course.
They asked her one time, how do you want to be coached? Coach us like men, treat us like ladies. That's my philosophy. Yeah. And I don't think they'll tell you any different. You fall, get a boo-boo, so what? You're going to run. Okay, it's puke and rally. Let's get back on this line. Those better not be tears. Your eyeballs better be sweating. Yeah. And coach, that you're really mean to those girls. No, they have a lot more in them than you think they do. Right. In my first year there, trying to change a culture, and you can't change a culture in 1 year. I don't care what anybody says, but you can lay a foundation. It was rough, and that was probably the hardest my first year or 2. And they were babies. They should be on my taxes. Their parents are listening. I need Social Security. I've raised these kids. And it hasn't been all rainbow sunshines and unicorns. It hasn't. They've not liked me. I've not liked them. Their parents have always loved me.
Most parents do, I'm sure.
Most parents do. But no, there's been definitely some challenging times. But the fact that these 2 stuck through, still every day give it all they have, whether they're sore, whether they're tired, whether they're sick, whether I'm yelling, whether I'm crying. I mean, in 6 years, we've been through losses of grandparents. We've been through losses of family members. We've been through losses of aunts during COVID. The COVID's a whole other deal.
Right.
We've been through so many ups and downs that basketball just takes a back seat to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, my goal as a coach, I hope they give their family members the first wedding invitation, but I want to be in that next tier.
Right.
College graduation, if that's what they choose, I want to be there. It's not just going to be me sending the card. If you've been with me, I'm going to be there wherever you go. And we've always preached family. We've always preached grades, academics, basketball's the last thing. And these two seniors exemplify that. They both lead in different ways, but in the way they have impacted my life, they've not only made me a better coach, because I've had to learn how to coach 12-year-olds, now they're at 17 and 18, but they've helped me be a better father to my girls who are 8 and 6, 7 and 6, one's getting ready to turn 8, because now I'm trying to learn how to handle them differently by dealing with them. Yeah. Not looking forward to the teenage years, not going to tell you, not going to lie about that.
Someone who has a 15-year-old daughter. Hang in there, bud.
But, I mean, it goes way before beyond basketball. Like they've helped me become a better husband to my wife. They've helped me become a better father to my kids. I've learned more from them than they've learned from me. And I'll be forever indebted to them, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So, girls, you heard that spilt. You two have helped set the culture he just talked about. So with you all moving on, what are you leaving behind in the program for your teammates coming up? Kaylee, start with you.
I hope, the discipline definitely needs to stay. I think I don't know, there's nothing that really needs to change. As soon as we leave, everything needs to just keep building on and being better than what we are leaving it, and just continue to build on that foundation.
Yeah, definitely. The younger girls we have now on the team, I mean, they've been through it too. Not as hard as we have, but they know the winning mentality that we have each day. They know the standards. So I think they're going to be fine in the next years. They're going to be.
Well, two of your players I've seen up close personal firsthand, Bailey French and Kiper Fareed.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
sir.
Those two, they're going to be all right.
Yes, sir.
But it's going to be different next year without walking into the gym with these two seniors. I mean, that's all Bailey's known. And Kyra, as an 8th grader, she's just really getting her first taste of that with you all this year. I mean, it's every day in the gym, there's two constants, they're in there. And so it's going to be a change for Bailey, Kyra, who are both starting for us this year, along with Jerica Norris, who's a junior. He'll be a lone junior next year. But the standards that have been set, they're going to pass the torch down to where there should be no lapses. It should just keep growing. And now, granted, have we had the 25-5 records, the district championships? No. But the previous years before these young ladies got up to the high school level and started competing, you go back 10 years, there might be one double-digit win season, but no winning seasons. And these girls, you take away our second year where we were the youngest team in the state, ups and downs, but the next year was the COVID year. We would have had a winning season that year. No doubt in my mind, we finished 8-10, only had 18 games, but our schedule was going to play out where we'd have had that. So in 6 years, they're going to have 4 out of 6 winning seasons, and assuming we finish strong this season, which I'm confident in these group of seniors to lead us, and just the change in that aspect for what they have done for the program and what all the girls before them, the ones coming up, there's a shift in Bath County. And on the girls' basketball side, and it's for the better. And I really think that we just got to get that more interest, more numbers up, especially at the middle school level, so you don't have those ebbs and flows. You got bigger schools like Montgomery Clark, you get your Lexington schools. Everybody has to rely on middle schoolers to fill their team out, but you don't want to keep having classes of 1 senior, 2 seniors, 3. You need that class of 4 or 5 to come through, maybe 5 or 6 to continue to build your program in a solid way. And the foundation that's been laid, especially by these two and the girls that are playing, I mean, it's nothing but up here. I really feel that way for our program.
So let's talk about something not basketball related. How excited are we for the Taco Bell?
No. I've done spent all my money, so.
Taco Bell changed the dynamics of Owensville.
Yeah.
Like, if we need one more stoplight in there, and I'm telling you what, we could probably out-recruit Duke and North Carolina.
I'm sure.
I mean, if Taco Bell came there, and one more stoplight. Mayor Hunt, one more stoplight if you're listening. I'm telling you, state championships galore.
Right. So, we've talked a lot about basketball. What are your all's plans after high school?
I'm gonna go play college basketball. I'm not committed yet, but I plan to do like sports management, sports marketing, along those lines.
Tell them about your offers. Go ahead. Tell them who's offered you, who we're considering.
Yeah.
We're considering.
Because you file
I'm
taxes.
going too.
Yeah.
We're going to.
Okay,
I'm filing taxes. You'll be calling for food money.
I mean, we have a lot of connections. We can make some phone calls.
Yeah.
I've had Center, Wilmington, Wittenberg, Union, KCU, Alice Lloyd, just a couple NAI and D3. I've had some D2 reach out, but
Plenty of choices.
yes.
Nice.
I plan on going to Morehead State University and
Go
majoring
Eagles.
in nursing.
Nursing, okay.
Yeah, I love basketball, but I just think that I need to get healthy before I do anything else.
Yeah.
And let me talk about that for a second. Kaylee's been through a lot of adversity. I mean, this knee injury, the weirdest knee injury I've ever seen. I think it was your sophomore year.
Yeah.
She hurts her knee, and we have Camp Collier every year. Okay, and that's the third week of the season, not the preseason. Preseason, it's basically you're going to make it through. You're going to be fine. If not, it's not for you. And that's just one of those things. And it was during Camp Collier, doing some defensive stuff, and she tweaks her knee. It's okay, third thing's okay. Goes gets an MRI. Everything's torn.
Nice.
ACL, meniscus,
Everything.
I mean, if we're going to do it, let's do it right.
Right, I mean,
Go big.
So, she's out, sets out. Come to find out,
They said that.
she sets out the rest of the year, comes back for the next year, goes to back and gets an X-ray or another MRI. It was never torn. There was no torn ACL, no torn meniscus. So she wasted a year of thinking she was hurt, trying to come back, and then the second reading was nothing was ever wrong with it. It was just tweaked. And how does a young lady at that age deal with that mentally?
right.
I just wasted this much, not wasted, but I lost this much time on a doctor told me I had a torn ACL.
Had to been around County alum.
Right, yeah. Guarantee it. But then come to find out nothing was there. And so mentally, she had to fight through all that.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, just the fact that she's still playing basketball is just amazing. And I would the biggest compliment I could give any of my players, I would trust you to babysit my daughters. These two right here. Ashtyn actually has. Kaylee, she's got a boyfriend, everything.
my God.
But if I needed her, I would not care one bit to let my daughters stay with Kaylee.
Yeah.
And that's just the trust factor and the love that I have for them. And like I said, it extends way beyond basketball. And I really hope we finish out this season strong, get to the region. That's the goal. We've only been 4 times in the entire program.
Yeah.
So this year, boom. They haven't won a district championship since '85.
That's what I was about to ask. When was
I
the
was
last
born
district?
in '85. Talking about Crouch, he was probably born in '67.
Well, Sean was born in 53, so
53, 67.
he probably remembers that.
So I mean, this would be a great year to do a lot of special things, and this is the group that can do it. But then again, we don't show up, we can get beat just as easy.
Because that's the game of basketball,
That's
right?
the game of basketball. So as long as we're taking steps forward, and I tell every young player at the end of the year, make sure you can look these seniors in the eyes, tell them you gave them everything you had, you won't have an issue. And if these two can look each other, I gave you what I had, then we're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine when that final buzzer drops.
Yeah.
And but it's just exciting times, man, in Bath County. And I hope these young ladies look back one day and realize that, Coach Collier wasn't always the mean guy, and he was pretty cool. So
He's all right.
Only sometimes.
So on your Facebook page, profile picture says "Just Us Bath."
Just us Bath.
Where'd that come from?
that was me this year. I try to, they kind of think stuff's corny. You know how teenage girls,
teenage girls pretend it's corny, but then at the end of the day, they're talking in the circle.
They like it, you know, but they would never tell me. They don't want to give me that satisfaction.
Well, you know why teenage girls are so odd?
Go ahead.
Because they can't even.
Oh my God!
Come on, that was good.
No,
that was good.
You didn't even get a smile.
Are we about to roll off to the commercial on that break?
And the word.
Sorry,
we're going to Brent Weehunt on that one.
Right.
So, but no, I don't even know where were we at.
Just us Bath. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, like I said, these girls have gained respect from the region, and we're finally respectable again. We're getting competitive. This is our year, the best chance we've had. Nobody else cares about Bath County. They look at Bath County as a doormat. Mm-hmm. Nobody cared when we were getting beat by 20 or 30 and we were getting run rule. Or not run rule in baseball, but running clock. Nobody cared. This year we have a chance. People still look down on us. So, guys, it's just us. No matter where we go, it's just us. Mm-hmm. People don't respect us. People want to see us lose. They think we're just an odd man out. We're no longer the stepping doormat of the 61st district. It's just us. We're all we need. Chip on your shoulder. Let's go.
I like it.
Hey, that's nice. So, girls, you hear that, and he talked like Bath County was looked as the doormat until you two came along. So, I know there had to be places that might have said, hey, won't you come play for us? So what is it that you stayed at Bath? What was it about Bath that you just wanted to be?
Do people do that?
No. Julian Tackett, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Listen,
nobody does that.
I wish Julian Tackett would come on this show. I would love to talk to him.
We can try. I mean, but here's before you answer that, ladies, Taco Bell has some mean NIL things they can do. I mean, we got some NIL deals we can make. Mayor Hunt, that stoplight needs to happen.
You talk about some Dorito Los Tacos, or those, and then the Baja Blast.
Man, have you had the steak wrap?
No.
Steak wrap. It's like the number 10.
No.
Man, my buddy put me on the mount. That's a game changer.
Well, there we go. I guess I'm gonna have to stop by Taco Bell.
All right, anyway, back to basketball.
Get the Ashtyn Barrett grilled steak burrito.
That's when you know you've made it.
The Kaylee Craft double country.
Yes.
Do you have a burger at Armour's?
I wish.
Tell them about that.
Have you all had? I mean, there has to be people that have reached out and like, hey, what do you think about coming over to X County and playing?
No, I mean, both of us, we've grown up in Bath County since we were in kindergarten. We've gone. She went to Crossroads. I went to OAS, but
Rivals.
Yeah, rivals back in pre-K. But yeah, we didn't plan on moving anywhere, and I don't like anybody else in our district. I'm just going to put it out there, so I would never move there.
I love it.
Yes. And we talk about having a dog mentality. I'm sure you hear that all the time in sports. Are we some dogs? We're going to go in. Doesn't matter. It's going to be grit. We're going to grind it. And these two, we got some dogs here.
Well, you talked about, nobody cared when you all were getting beat by 20, 30 points and they had the running clock. As a coach and as players, you got to keep mental receipts for that, right? Like you're going to
tons of receipts,
right? And it's and it may not be this year, but we're going to get you.
And the first couple of years, when I would put out on the coach's email about, hey, Bath County's looking for a game, like blood in the water for sharks. I mean, 50 people. Coach, man, we'll come to you. We'll feed you at your place. Coach, we can play anytime you want to play. Well,
Coach, you want to come in for senior night?
Yes.
We got a senior night
game. Absolutely.
It's like when we're looking at the first week. I know we're going to do senior night early.
Yeah. I mean, blood in the water for sharks.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, unless it's they won't. The teams that have played Bath County constantly throughout the years, nothing.
They don't want Ashtyn breaking the record against them. Is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, and like I said, it's not me. It's them. It's them playing. If they're not out there playing, and that's just the saying that you got a level of respect now.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're getting teams, but I'm not traveling to far eastern Kentucky. I'm not traveling to western. I'm not going. We're going to try to stay around here. Our budget needs to be bigger. But when those NIL deals roll in, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, it's like you can hardly get a response. I'm reaching out. No, coach, we're full. No, you only got 26 games. You can have 30. Oh, well, we're saving up for this. And I'm just like, okay. But that, to me, is a sign of respect.
That is.
And then you see it's like Wellsprings homeschool or something on the schedule. Like, what are we doing?
And I didn't even, like Bluegrass United, like we played them in the past. It is what it is. That they used to play Bath all the time. But now we're playing, we've added Bishop Rossford out of the 10th. We played Rockcastle County out of this year, who was before one of their guards that got an ACL injury. They were a top 20 team. We're playing. We go to GRC usually every year and play in their classic. We've stepped up and played several Lexington schools. Any team in the 11th is going to be good. You don't usually hear about Bath County going over and competing with 11th region schools. And we've tried to up that schedule. Bryan Station, Henry Clay. But you have to, and if you want to get to those goals, you have to play tougher competition. But it's great when people say they don't want to play you because it just makes you feel like you're accomplishing what you set out to do.
Yeah.
But these two seniors right here, love them to death. Great young ladies. It's going to be different walking out in that court next year without them.
So, girls, you got senior night coming up. Other than senior night, what's one thing you're looking forward to as we get in this last half of the season? Kaylee, don't look at Ashtyn. I want to talk to you first.
District games. I'm ready for district games. I'm ready to play them and beat them. I think
you all do seeding, right? It's not blind draw?
No, it's seeding yet.
I think that this is long to come, and it's our senior season, and I think we want it more. I really do. I think that if we want it, that we can win. And I hope that's what happens this year.
Where do you guys play district at?
It's at Round this year.
At Round.
COVID year. It's supposed to be at Bath. These girls have been with me since 7th grade, like I talked about before, and they've only had the district at Bath County one time. The COVID year was supposed to be at Menifee County, and they couldn't do it. Everything, so they pushed it back and gave it back to them the next year, which, it's kind of a crappy situation, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What's going to be sweeter than to go up there and to a team you
and make the
despise
region
and
at your opponent's court.
Absolutely. And by the way, you all have done a great job. Kaylee never talks, hardly. Especially if, like, people shouldn't know, and you all bringing that out of her, that's awesome.
It was because of my joke.
You all are.
See, I think it was.
Do you all know why girls are odd?
He's going to start practicing
What
with
is
that
it? Because they're
tomorrow.
not even.
No, because they can't even.
They can't even.
You can use that tomorrow.
He's going to drop that tomorrow. They're all going to be like, what?
Final minute of the first round of the district game. It's a tight game.
10
I'm going to
cents
drop it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop it up.
Bring it in, guys. I got to play.
So you talked about the COVID year. Can we talk about something with COVID? It was so weird the way everybody done COVID. Like, we couldn't do a jump ball in basketball. We had to do a coin toss.
Well,
then we're shoulder to shoulder for 32 minutes.
Well, but we
can't shake hands.
We also had to walk down one way on grocery store aisles.
I forgot Walmart had the tape up. That's right.
You literally coin flip, but then you take it out of bounds and you're guarding that girl.
Right.
You're boxing them out
guarding.
face to face.
Yeah.
Then
Everybody's touching the ball.
but the whole game you're bumping and checking.
Sweaty bodies are like.
I
I went to gyms where there were assigned seats. Like, you had to put what number you were sitting on.
We lost our minds.
I was like,
man, that
But
was
it's like, just in case it's a positive, you come back positive, we'll be able to look and you see you're in seat 32.
getting on a bus. Getting
gosh.
coach, what are you doing? We're getting ready to come play you. Man, we think we have one. You can't come. That's going back to practice, ladies. I mean, it was just the weirdest year playing teams you would never, like, trying to find a game on a whim. You talking about battling diversity, every team did that. And I mean, that was just absolutely ridiculous. And I don't even know how we got 18 games.
Well, I remember on the football side on Friday nights, you would see, like, let's say Pikeville was supposed to play Johnson Central. And then Johnson Central would cancel Thursday night, and Pikeville would be going to play some Northern Kentucky team
Or they'd
the next
be going
day.
like Hardin County. We're going to play John Hardin.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous. But they've been there through it all. And you talking about leadership is when we can't get in the gym. People are testing this and that. Everything's shut down. Girls, I'm sending you a workout on our group page. It's a high intensity workout. I'm trusting you to get it done at home. We have to get some cardio. Do I believe every girl did it?
Sure they did.
Absolutely not.
I'm
Do I believe-
sure Kaylee did. I can tell by looking.
But do I believe these young ladies did? I'm going to look at you guys and I'm going to say absolutely because I don't want my heart broken right now. And you know they're lying because I say text done when you're finished. You hear crickets all day. The first person that texts done, everybody knows. Everybody's lying. Everybody.
Because it's like, okay, how long did it take the first person?
Yeah, it's like, okay, Ashtyn and Kaylee, they got, okay, we're done now.
Everybody's done. And,
Wow, everybody do it at the same time.
and we used to do.
We got on a Zoom together. We got on a Zoom and just did it.
And ice bath. We have 2 games in a row. They're really hard practice. Guys, we'll take you an ice bath. Text done. It's mandatory because you guys are lagging. Obviously, I'm not going to be there while you do your ice bath. It's at home. It's the honor system. Crickets. First person done. Done. And next day of practice, I can tell these people are running fine. You're still cramping. And it's just. But they think they're smart. They think they're swift. But they're great.
We are.
So Ashtyn, what are you looking forward to last little bit?
Postseason, district games. We got it this year. Confident.
All right. And we're not wavering.
Too strung out on confidence.
So, looking at the schedule, you got 6 games left. Is it Martin County that's going to be your senior night?
Be West Carter the weekend.
West Carter. Gotcha.
Will
Gotcha.
this be the last time you play West Carter? Because they're consolidating to one big Carter.
Are they next? Is it next year or the year after?
I'm not sure, but I know they're consolidating, and they don't like it. East and West don't like it.
No, East and West don't like it, but that's going to be a big school. So I think it's going to be like more of a 2-year plan. So we'll probably play them again next year.
All right.
But we have who we got?
You got Augusta, and then you got Lewis County.
Teams in the state.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them about. They played there when they're sophomores, but haven't been back. So then we have Lewis County Friday night.
And then you got Martin County, which is the only team with a winning record left on your schedule.
Yeah, so
Elliott County comes to Bath County. Then you got West Carter at home.
I wasn't going to say
man, we over there talking about building up, putting a schedule up, man.
We ain't going to say that.
Y'all playing a bunch of scrubs. We're back into your season here.
Martin County, only team with a winning record.
But good luck, guys.
Hope you don't fumble one of those games.
Yeah. You ever want to come back on this show?
I'm not naming the records. I could get more in there.
But you did. You said Martin County's the only one with a winning
There are
record.
some teams that are 500.
Yeah, man. Y'all
Martin
feel
County
that too, or is it just coach?
Look, you all just get disrespected everywhere. So use that as fuel.
It's just us bad.
It's just us
bad.
By the way, I don't see a shirt with my name on it, but it's okay.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on.
That is a 2X right there, but I'm holding off on that for a second. The gear will come if we get a second shot at this.
You have an open invitation. You won't come. But I will. So this guy right here, he has zero shame in asking for merchandise. So Wes and I had a bet going.
If I would ask.
The over-under was 10 minutes. I went under.
No.
I said,
No.
hey, man, what?
No.
It was already asked.
It's already asked. You won.
You won. It was asked the first day we talked.
I messaged and asked if they would be interested from the corner
And I'm
page.
just letting you know, not to fuel anything. Menifee greases his pockets with gear. I'm just letting you know.
He's got a half of a closet full of green
I've got
gear.
a Menifee hat, a polo, a quarter zip, and a T-shirt.
And green's ugly anyway.
They just.
It is an ugly green.
They just. Red is my favorite color.
But you know what? I don't have bath gear.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd wear Menifee.
Coach Collier will hook you up with bath gear.
I got you.
Red's my favorite colors.
Well, so
Yeah.
Well, I've seen you. I think I've seen you in some green. I've had to go do some homework. Do you do some Menifee County games?
we did, yeah.
But
Have they stepped in Bath County?
can we do a game?
we haven't had an invite.
What do you all call the gym? Because Menifee's the den. What's your gym called?
Bath County.
Bath County Gym.
It don't have like.
We haven't got to the point where we have.
We got to name
or
it.
the
We got to
arena
get a name for
or
it.
the den.
Can we call it the lair? Do the Wildcats have layers?
I think it's dens, isn't it?
No, but Menifee has the den, so we can't have two dens. Let's just call it the lair.
I'll tell you what. We have how many games left? 6. And
Yeah.
4 of those are home games. So when are you guys coming over?
Well, Sean will probably want to come to Martin County since it's the only one with the winning.
That's the
record.
only one with winning records. That might be the only one that has a good chance. Yeah.
But they did have a girl sign with Alice Lloyd. I'm from West Virginia, so I saw that on my Facebook page the other day.
I love these seniors. West Carter, Elliott County, the February 13th. Is there a Thursday night game?
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
It'd be a great time to have you guys over.
It's our senior night here.
And we're here
Tuesday.
on Tuesdays, too.
I know the girls just have theirs,
Yeah,
right?
for boys.
And for cheerleaders.
Yep.
You can't leave those out.
Well, Wes especially. He's a cheer dad.
He
He
is
is
like
Booster Club president.
ultimate cheer dad.
Yeah.
We have some great cheerleaders in Bath County. It's one of the better years I've had that with the relationship with the coach, and it's been great. We have some great. We love the support. We really do in Bath County. They cheer us on like crazy. So, but when you have 4 left, and it may not be against an above 500 opponent, I can get you in for free if you will come.
Hey, you have me at free.
Yeah.
Well, you had the gear.
Well,
then-
but no, he said if he comes here the second time, we get
You're
gear.
coming here.
We're
not kidding.
What do y'all think? They need to make it to a game before y'all get out of there.
We'll get it. We'll get there. We'll look at the schedule and see what we are and kind of get something figured out.
And you won't care if it's a below 500 team.
No, we like to see y'all win.
Okay, so y'all good on that?
Yeah, we're good.
Ashton, something not basketball related. We've talked about Mr. Breadman, who normally sits here, West Crouch. He said when you were little, you played on his soccer team. Do you remember this? I think it was a 6U team. He said it was you, his daughter, Allie, and one other girl, and he said you all ran the whole league.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, that was good memories.
He was he'd have been 40 then probably.
Shoot, 55. He was probably on his first game by that point.
Do you remember playing for a Pep-All? If you remember playing for a Pep-All, then that was Wes.
I think I
Okay.
Had the red man sticking out the back pocket.
He did. Kane with the
Did you just see that comment?
I did not.
He actually posted that on Facebook asking that same question right there. And then he said,
See,
Wes-
we're on the same brain level all the time.
But Wes is supposed to be driving. Why are you watching stuff on Facebook when you're driving?
and Brady Moore just commented, "Let's go 22." Who's that?
Oh, is that would that be your boo?
Is that your boo thing?
That's it.
Is that the boo boo?
Hey, now I don't like boyfriends.
No.
I like this one. He's a good guy because when she goes, I'm not going to say cries or whines or boo-hoos about Coach Collier being mean. He tells her what Coach Collier would tell her. You need to shoot. You need to be aggressive. Now, granted, he's probably had to buy his own dinner a couple of times,
Right.
and be without phone calls, but he has my back, I feel like. I like him.
Probably sends a text and notices it went from blue to green.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, she blocked my number.
But
And
no,
then I also have Wes ask a question. Ask Coach what he took from being a goalkeeper and using it as a basketball coach.
discipline. I mean, you remember Coach Wright, Kevin Wright, and you had Crouch. He coached me in middle school. See if I know he's listening. When I was in 6th grade, we used to go play, and didn't have a linesman. Okay, so I would go get the flag and do it because I wasn't playing in 7th or 8th grade anyway. He would get so mad at me when he was coaching. I'd be like, "Coach, you need to back up." Collier ain't backing up. Collier, come on, that's crazy. And I'm joking as a 6th grader, and he's taking it all serious. But he was
Brad man
probably,
has one gear.
he was probably 52 then.
He was.
But no,
Right on his second retirement.
I do have great memories with Crouch. He was a really good guy, but you share that soccer bond, man, and soccer runs deep here in Montgomery County, and it's great. And I love it. It doesn't matter what age group you play soccer in here. It's like a family in Montgomery County. So that's one thing I miss about playing soccer here. But being a basketball coach, you have the discipline of it, leadership, because the goalie's got to be loud. You got to be mean. You got to be nasty, and you got to have that chip on your shoulder. You got to be the crazy one.
Yeah.
And
I was a goalie too, Coach.
oh yeah,
Yes.
I see it.
At St. Catherine, right?
I played, yeah.
You play St. Cath?
I did.
All right, cool. Now, let me ask you. I'll put you on the spot. What year was that?
Well, I graduated in 03. So it would have been the fall of 03.
So we're the same age.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Marion County.
Marion County. Michaela Epps.
McKay Lips.
That's probably the best girls team that's ever come through here.
Probably.
Kyron
Good and Rogers.
Good Rogers.
Yeah.
Anthony Epps coaching that. They said that was just a team full of just dogs.
Yeah.
But Did Brady ever say anything back? 'Cause I would love
No,
to hear what
I
he
just
had.
commented on here, let's go Brady.
So, what do you all want your legacy to be? We're closing in on the end of the season, closing in on the end of your high school career. We'll start with you this time because Adam likes to pick on your counterpart there.
Well, because she's quiet. You can tell by looking at her.
But she hasn't
she's
been
so
quiet since you've been here.
I know, and that's a good thing.
So, what do you want your legacy to be when Adam talked about the girls that are they're out in the driveway shooting and they're probably imitating you too. All right. So, what do you want your legacy to be?
Leadership and hustle. Hustle is like a big thing for me, and just giving everything you have every play. No matter how good you are, you can still give 100% every play, or no matter how bad you are, you can. It doesn't matter your skill level. It just however much effort you give is what makes you a good player.
Yeah, I definitely think the effort. I'm a big defensive player, so I think, giving 110% effort at all times and leaving your heart on the court every single game and every single practice.
So, Coach, you talked about the girls. They lead in different ways. Kaylee's obviously the vocal leader. She's the one that gets in people's face. And let's do it.
I bet, though, like, if it gets to a point in the game where Kaylee does get vocal and starts screaming, that's when everybo's like, oh, crap.
Stuff's about to hit the
All right.
Well, have you all
go.
seen the movie Friday Night Lights? Of course, everybody has. You got Preacher Man that doesn't say a word the entire movie until the state championship, and he loses his mind at halftime.
You know what? If that happens, I won't say a word to the bench the second half because I know we are winning that game. But, Kaylee's the more quiet, lead by example type.
Right.
And the more encouraging, hey, come on, you got this, don't worry about it. He's a big teddy bear, blah, 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 this and that. Ashtyn's the more vocal, you got to pick your stuff up. Well, I'm tired of running for you. We ain't losing this game. You got to do this,
She's the one that looks at you and be like, you really sucked just then. You need to do better.
People walk up.
She's not that straightforward because it's, and I know you were joking, but she's more of the constructive criticism type, but they know when she speaks, hey, we got to listen.
Right.
So they're both leading different ways, but they both get their points across. And like I said, they set a standard every day. The young ones have no choice but to follow.
Right.
We had practice today. We're low on numbers right now. Injury, sickness, things just weren't going good. Let's just huddle it up. They huddle them up. They get them straightened out. Let's go. And it's singing night might be bad.
Well, you all, it'll be cool to look back. 5-10 years, and Bath County has become the district juggernaut, and it's like. We started that. Like, we laid that foundation. We helped change the culture. We helped change the mentality. So
maybe they're back on staff at that point. 5-10 years, maybe.
Maybe.
And
I don't know.
Kaylee is like,
Kaylee
no.
said 6 years is probably enough. And you want to talk about COVID. People took the COVID year because, academics was so important. Everybody, that's what they were doing it for.
Yes.
Right, because we care about academics.
Because academics, it wasn't because of athletics.
We're student athletes.
We're student athletes. That's why we wanted another year back because we didn't get that.
Right. We feel like we got cheated in education.
Our education was lost in Zoom.
Exactly. But, they were freshmen, 8th grade freshmen. What do y'all think about taking your COVID year? Because, y'all, another year, what's COVID year? Never mind. Get back on the line. Let's practice. Let's just move on. Y'all are so young, it doesn't even matter,
Listen,
But,
I'll never blame anybody. As a parent, if I can keep my kids home another year, I'd take COVID year in a heartbait. Like, yeah, come on back.
Well,
and it's that maturity level, right?
oh, absolutely. But they're thinking, man, I'm ready to get out of high school. Why stay around this town any longer when I can go on and be an adult? Adulting is not fun because you have bills.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I say, get straight A's, get your school paid for, no matter what you do. If you go to school, trade school, whatever it is, because student loans aren't fun. I've always said that. And, but these young ladies have great heads on their shoulders. They're going to be just fine.
Those two were probably thinking, let's see, Coach Collier, I'll be here for 6 years. That would be 7 signed up. Yeah, I'll sign up for Coach year.
Yeah, let me get another year with Camp Collier. It's going to be great. Now, they did go, oh, we don't have Coach Collier next year. When they realized this was their last one. Or Camp Collier, I'm sorry. But
I mean, you all could probably come back next year as, honorary members.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you can be
Show them how to run it, right?
what do they call it? You'd be a whatever
Camp instructor.
Camp instructor, yeah.
I've served my time.
I've served mine.
It's like a prison
I
cell.
found out good behavior.
They go to run out after the season going, we're 3.
So, is basketball your all's only sport?
It is mine.
I play softball too.
Okay. Are you pretty good on the softball diamond?
Bath County softball, it's one of the most winning sports in Bath County. So we have a pretty good team.
So what have you took from the softball field and got on the basketball court?
Nothing. She learned it all from basketball.
So she takes the basketball skill to softball.
I do take the basketball skill to softball. Leadership's a big role in softball as well. If you're having a bad game hitting, you pick it up on the defensive end, and same as basketball.
What position?
Second.
And I'll take a time to brag on our softball team. They just 3 years ago won the first district championship in school history. They actually went back to back. And I'm really good friends with the coach, Kenny Williams. Man, he does a great job. So I mean, it's the girls side of things in Bath County is picking up. I mean, it's really neat to see. Kaylee could have if she stuck with it, but she loved playing for Coach Collier so much. Basketball is it, Kaylee's really athletic, and she could have probably done any sport she wanted to be honest with you. I'm glad she stuck with basketball, though.
Right.
So, girls, if Wes was here, he would ask this one question because he does every time we have seniors on. Who is somebody young that stood out this whole season and you're like, hey, next year that person, they're going to be pretty good?
I think Kyra, she's definitely, she's young and she's still learning, but she's an extremely good player. And I think as she grows, that she's just I think it's going to be crazy when she's older.
Bailey French, she's going to be a heck of a ball player when she becomes a senior. She's so talented right now. It's just the mental game kind of for her. She needs to develop there, but other than that, yeah, both of those players are going to be extremely talented.
Coach, you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we preach mental toughness, mental discipline every day, and not just for basketball, but for life. Life can knock you down sometimes. How are you going to react? Yeah. You going to sulk or you going to fight forward? Because nobody cares how you're feeling. You got to get up and you dust your boots off. Let's go.
Yeah, the world definitely does not care.
One bad play can't turn into 2. One turnover can't turn into 3. You make a mistake, you get back, you hustle.
Well, I'm a school teacher, and I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, don't let one bad moment turn into a bad day. Let that one, and then because it's a snowball effect, and a bad moment's a bad day to a bad week to a bad month, and then before you know it, you're just overwhelmed by bad things.
Right. And what's that one? 86,000 seconds in a day.
Yep.
And if you had $86,000 in the bank and somebody stole $10 of it, would you really care?
Right.
So 10 seconds of one day is not. You shouldn't let it ruin your whole day.
Right.
Don't quote me. I'm not the math guy. I'm a counselor. So
I'm a special ed teacher, so I can't help you.
Man, I got you.
I just build cars for a living, so I just tuned out when math was talking.
But are you a math teacher?
No, I'm a roofer.
Oh, I mean, you had my 500 teams you were playing. I thought you were really good with numbers over there.
And an honorary member of the front corner crew, Coach Collier.
He just jumped right in.
We ain't coming nowhere.
Hey, y'all just send me your names. I got you.
Right, we
got you. No, it's been great, man. I love this. I've always wanted to be on a podcast. I mean, I appreciate you guys having us so much.
Well, I'm glad that you set your expectation level low, so we were able to meet all that.
I mean, are we cracked about 200 or 300 viewers yet?
200, 300,000.
Thousands. To the thousands.
We've got a pretty good watching, so for sure.
You're not gonna give us a number?
He don't want to give numbers. He's got shot right now.
Well, I mean,
last time he gave numbers.
we just lost some, so I don't know if you want to know how low it is. No, I'm just kidding. You said the 16th was senior night, West Carter.
13th
It's against Elliott.
13th against Elliott.
Right.
Yes.
So the 16th is the night that is probably going to be able to work the easiest.
Okay.
So I've texted everybody out to see what the other guys to see what their
schedule
schedule's
is. Is that a home
like
game for us, or is that an away?
No, it looked like a home game.
I'm just not for sure. I know we play West away this year. I just don't know who we play on the 16th.
You got me worried now. I got to double check. His glasses could have been out of focus.
He's out of the bifocals. He needs the trifocals, I think. Sean, you want me to hold up your phone? Back here.
16th is at West Carter.
I read that wrong then.
Yeah.
See, this is why I got to double check his work all the
The
time.
week after, though, we do have 2 home games.
Okay.
You got
Monday,
Fairview and
Fairview.
Morgan County.
Yeah.
Okay. It'd have to be one of those games then.
Yeah, I would. So.
As long as it's not a Tuesday or because we
19th is a
I understand.
Monday.
so, and then what's the other one?
22nd.
19th is also President's Day.
What day is that?
Are you on
3 days after
President's Day?
Monday.
Damn it,
So,
I can't wait.
Thursday.
For President's Day.
Thursday. Okay.
I need
So
some.
maybe the Thursday game versus Morgan. That should
Yeah.
be a pretty decent game, I think.
Yeah.
They're a really good team, so we need to finish strong in that game. We would love to see you guys there wearing red.
Well,
I'd like to have some red gear.
And it's a lot easier to get to Owensville, Kentucky, than it is to Frenchburg.
That's not wrong. That,
Can you get us some Armas delivered too?
well, Irma's.
It's seasonal. It's not
Yeah,
over.
I was gonna say,
But
Irma's isn't-
we
All
definitely
these
can make that
damn
happen in the
places
spring.
are seasonal.
In the spring, we definitely can make that happen. We definitely can make that happen.
guys, you got anything else there? We got an athlete of the week we need to hand out.
Well, I was going to actually speak on that. You heard us mention our Menifee County Athlete of the Month. I don't know why we couldn't get that going in Bath County. So all your Bath County people, if you're out there looking, if you would like to see the Bath County Athlete of the Month, and then we do that male and female athletes of the month, shoot us an email, and we can work with you to try to maybe work out a sponsorship situation. You can sponsor the Bath County Athlete
That
of the
would be
Month.
amazing. We definitely put that word out for you guys.
I mean, he's mentioned the mayor a couple times. I can think of no better re-election campaign starter than being the sponsor of the Bath County Athlete of
Mayor
the Month.
Hunt, are you listening?
Mayor Hunt, if you wanted to
Mayor
be
Hunt, are you listening?
I mean that's definitely the best way to get to it. There is through the sponsorship. If somebody's interested, that's. I mean, it is the biggest name of anything that we do. I mean, we've got the KimSoft Athlete of the Week here, and like you said, Brett Wehunt covers the.
How did you get money out of Brent? Is like a big brother to me,
Wes Crouch.
Wes.
but Brent is also taller than bark on a tree. So
Maybe Wes has some blackmail on him. I don't know.
Congratulations.
Wes dug up a picture from 1954 and was like,
I could dig up a picture from 2006 if we had to. If y'all need more money, let me know.
So that's awesome. So you want to do the honors, Adam?
Yeah.
So, our KimSoft Athlete of the Week this week is none other than my family. Allie Dillon from the girls basketball team. She averaged 14.5 points a game this week, and she was big on this winning streak that the Indians are on right now. She's starting to get a little more comfortable. The ankle's starting to feel a little bit better. You can tell she's getting comfortable out there. So, congrats, Allie. You're the player of the week.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Well, Coach, you and the girls, we appreciate you so much for coming on and spending an hour with us tonight.
And it definitely won't be the last time.
Absolutely. We like, circling all the different communities around here and giving exposure to schools that don't always get that, and we get to meet new people that way. So not too often we see 2,300 point scorers
And 11,000 rebounds.
and 11,000 rebounds. That's true, and we don't get a lot of boyfriends commenting on here. So that's pretty cool too. So
I think that means it's pretty serious.
yeah,
I wait till after basketball season. Give us about a month and a half left, and whatever Brady's all you they got. No, we appreciate it. This has been a really fun atmosphere and laid back.
Well, like I told you, it's
appreciate
super serious. It's the most stressful thing you've probably ever been a part of in your life.
You guys want to say
We
anything?
appreciate you all so much.
yeah,
Thank you for this.
and we got all of them to talk too. So
That was big.
We've had teams on before that it's like pulling teeth. You ask them a question, they just look at you, and you're like, okay.
Just like playing defense, they don't want to say anything, but they go in the locker room. It's chatter.
Well, the two you brought, they chattered.
Yeah.
They probably do that on defense, too.
Now Coach gets to go buy Don Senor. So we're going to go out for a little Mexican and get ready.
there you go.
Porto Grande is where I would
That the same.
But
Don Senor, I'm looking for an NIL deal here. They have the ribeye burrito?
Mm-hmm.
Prime rib burrito. And it's like that big. Y'all can't see, but it's really big and good. That's why we're going there.
Haven't tried
Prime
that.
rib burrito, man. It's NIL money, man. That's all we're looking for.
I love it. Well, Well, guys, there you have it for this week's edition of the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner, presented by the From Corner to Corner podcast. If you haven't already, go out and give us a like on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Remember to help us promote our Coaches Corner and our KimSoft Athlete of the Week program and our Menifee County Brett Weehunt's Kentucky Farm Bureau Athletes of the Month. We do what we do for our community and the surrounding communities.
And our communities.
Our teams, our coaches, and our students, they all deserve it.
And our
we'll catch you guys next week.
Stay safe, friends.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.